What if the union between Norway and Sweden never collapsed? But first, what even was the union between Norway and Sweden? The union was formed in 1814 after the Napoleonic Wars. Denmark-Norway had supported Napoleon Bonaparte and lost the war, forcing Denmark to give Norway to Sweden. Norway wasn't exactly happy about this arrangement, but a compromise was reached. Norway kept its constitution and parliament, while Sweden and Norway shared the same king and foreign policy. At first, the union functioned reasonably well, but problems slowly started building over time. Norway had a massive shipping industry and wanted its own consulates and diplomatic system to support its growing trade. Sweden, meanwhile, wanted foreign policy to stay united under Swedish influence. As the years passed, Norwegian nationalism grew stronger. More and more people wanted full independence instead of remaining tied to Sweden. Then came 1905. Norway's parliament declared, "The king is no longer fulfilling his duties as King of Norway," which was basically the political version of, "Yeah, we're done here." The union officially dissolved in 1905 due to Norway's growing demands for independence. But what if that never happened? World War II. During World War II, Norway was invaded by Nazi Germany while Sweden stayed neutral. But if the union still existed, things would become far more complicated. Germany would likely still invade because Scandinavia was strategically extremely important. Norway's coastline gave Germany access to ports and shipping routes into the Atlantic Ocean, while Sweden had valuable iron ore that Germany heavily relied on for weapons and industry. A united Sweden-Norway would be much stronger than Norway alone, however. The combined military, industry, and population could allow the Union to resist Germany longer than Norway historically did. The geography would also make invasion difficult. Mountains, forests, freezing winters, and long coastlines. Basically, Germany would be signing up for extreme winter warfare simulator. Modern times. If the Union survived into modern times, its influence across Scandinavia could grow significantly. Countries like Denmark, Finland, and Iceland might push for closer cooperation with the Union economically or militarily. However, the Union would still face major internal problems. Differences in foreign policy, national identity, and political influence would constantly create tension. Historically, Norway strongly wanted independence, so keeping the Union together would require major compromises from both sides. And if Norway continued pushing for independence into the modern era, the Union could eventually collapse anyway. In a worst-case scenario, if tensions became severe enough, it could even lead to political unrest or conflict inside the Union itself. Economically, though, the Union would be incredibly powerful. Norway's shipping industry and later North Sea oil wealth combined with Sweden's industrial power would create one of the strongest economies in Northern Europe. The combined population would likely be around 15 to 16 million people today, and the Union could become a major strategic power in Europe. With Norwegian energy and shipping, Swedish industries and companies, and a strong military position in Scandinavia, the Union could easily become one of the richest and most influential countries in the region.